This is a very tough subject, and the Bible says it seeks the wisdom of the saints. For we have two forces here, which Paul is talking about. Paul has an audience, which is the church, and Paul is in the capacity of being the church leader or the pastor of today or the conference leader, I can say. And Paul had already taught these people, he pre-warned them about this power, because this power is acting secretly. This power is able to use even Paul himself. Paul is not there, but now people are coming saying, Paul has said this. Paul has said this. So Paul is now telling them that, no, be careful, because that man of lawlessness whom I told you about is already there. He has infiltrated you guys, and he is working. He is not sleeping. You are busy doing whatever you're doing. You are busy sleeping. You are in schools. You are doing everything. But the man is working. He is not playing. So he is the deceiver. Deception is the tool which he knows how to use best. He uses lies. He uses half-baked truth. He can use even God's name himself. He is not afraid of anything because he has a mission. And what is his mission, Paul? His mission is to sway around. The politicians, they campaign and do everything, telling us lies and so on. After that, the work is done. People will just run and vote. So he is busy. Sometimes he can use violence, but the violence is the last resort. He comes, uses the lies, and so that he deceives, he steals, and he destroys. That is his aims. His aim is to enslave, to capture. Cautiously or unconsciously, you will follow him. It's unfortunate because verse 11, God says, I will also allow all those lies to do their work among those people who refuse. But Paul is teaching us, is teaching his audience, including us, to be aware that there is this man who is aiming to destroy us. Let us not be moved. Let us not be shifted. We are being empowered to stand firm. We can see how he did the work on Job. It was a good job, but still, though bleeding, being blinded by all his experiences, there was one thing which he remained with: choice. Job chose to die rather than follow this man. And Paul himself says, for me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. He is telling us that this man is going to be revealed at one point. But he is under restraint. He is not doing whatever we're seeing here. We're crying about all these things, but this is not the best which this deceiver can do. This deceiver is very powerful. If he is not restrained, I don't know where we will be. So for him to go and do whatever he is being monitored. And one day, after everyone he has made his choices, or after everyone is aware of what is happening, this man will be exposed. He will be exposed. We're going to see him. And from there, he's going to be destroyed. We have the big brother who is helping us. Remember the 4 angels who are holding those 4 wings. Though we are exposed to this dangerous journey, but we have the power to remain firm. I always say we are created with materials which are durable, which can endure everything. Our God will never allow this man to do what he wants on us. So you are being empowered. And remember, when Adam sinned, there was this gap and this hatred which was put between us. So we were separated so that we know if we're stepping over the other line. Let's take, for example, the Hebrew boys. They were kidnapped just as we are kidnapped. We heard Sister Cameroon's testimony the other day. We are all kidnapped, one way or the other. But the Hebrew boys make a choice that they would never do anything that will go against their belief or that will displease their God, because they know that they are being protected. Outwardly, they were changed. Their names were changed, but they had power to refuse some of the things. They refused the food. They refused to pay allegiance to this power. So the choice is ours, but we are empowered to stand above this deception, whatever the situation. And if we fall, still we have our big brother Jesus, who uses people like Paul to come and tell us that, no, guys, you are being deceived. Move away, be careful. Do the right thing and live. For this seeks the wisdom of the saints. So, is there any hope for us? Yes, there is hope for us. God is doing everything to save us. We are empowered to stand firm in truth. We are not expected to be afraid, because fear is one of the things which he uses. Whatever the situation, just to tell yourself that I am in this situation now, but there is hope for me. People like Joseph made it. People like Mordecai, it was difficult. So what can separate us from this restraining power? This subject is very, very huge. We can spend the whole month speaking about it bit by bit. But because of time, we just have to summarize and then we break it into pieces, what we ourselves got from this thing. But what I will say is, let us look at Job's case. It was very hopeless. Even the wife ended up saying, please curse the Lord and die. Let us look at Abraham. Sarah ended up saying, take my servant, because this man of lawlessness is at work. He is working even in us. He is there in our church. He is not sparing the flock. We are in confusion and we are fighting against each other, tearing each other. But who is behind all this? Let us be wise and stand firm. God is there for us. We are in danger. Now we are in danger, but victory is certain. Whatever your circumstance is, it is temporal. Victory is certain. And do right to live. because this is temporal. Whatever is happening is temporal. We have a God who is giving us the permanent life. So we know our Redeemer lives. And if our Redeemer lives, let us choose permanent life, because our Redeemer is giving us, dangling us this permanent life. It's up to us to come and grab it. Don't sell your birthright for a cup of soup, because you are going to miss everything. And lastly, everything in the world is pointing to this man of lawlessness. You must be politically correct so that you tell lies instead of telling the truth. If you say a child was born by a woman, now you are going to be persecuted for, we have these gay marriages. Everything is being masked. In schools, children are being taught lies. Whatever, but nature is still standing to show that there is a God in heaven. So we are the Daniels of today. We are under attack. We have been kidnapped, but we know our Redeemer lives. Let us choose God and live. Whatever the situation is, it might be your body is being battered like Job. Refuse and fight the good fight of faith. Don't carry knives. The knives are not there in this battle. It's not your tool. Ours is to kneel down and pray and ask God. So let us fight the good fight of faith, and we are going to live. Choose right and live.